Well, he spent nearly 12 hours terrorizing victims on a rampage across Wayne County.
Some were shot, others kidnapped and carjacked by a man who just got out of jail.
Tonight, 7 investigator Simon Shaquette exposes how experts say the legal system failed to protect us and holds the courts accountable for releasing the violent offender.
Police say it was in this very parking lot that an armed carjacker with a violent past tried taking a life. And just one day before, it was a magistrate's decision to set him back out on the streets.
He was very calm and very deliberate.
He is one of Alan Ferris's victims, asking us to hide his identity as he describes the chilling moments his home was struck with gunfire.
It seemed as if this wasn't his first rodeo. It wasn't his first time doing this.
Back on April 3rd, 56-year-old Alan Ferris had just bonded out of Wayne County Jail. A lengthy rap sheet didn't stop a magistrate from granting him his freedom for just $2,500.
We didn't know the dollar amount. We only had heard that he had been released the day before. We were kind of shocked.
He wasn't alone. In the 12 hours that Ferris was out on the streets, witnesses say he found a handgun and shot Heather Lombardo during an attempted carjacking. The young mother targeted near a Salvation Army store in Canton. A second woman was also shot during another carjacking in Canton.
He heard screams coming from a woman.
Police say he also tied up and kidnapped another woman in Northville Township during a different carjacking, but she managed to escape in Highland Park. Ferris also attempted to carjack an undercover state trooper, which led to a shootout. He was later found dead from a gunshot wound in Detroit.
No one knows why he did what he did.
To better understand why Ferris was given another chance at bond by 36th District Court, we looked closely into his troubling past. His rap sheet includes armed robbery, kidnapping, criminal sexual conduct, and assault dating back 3 decades. Most recently, in March, Ferris was charged again with felonious assault and malicious destruction of property.
The bottom line is it's concerning.
Our questions also got the attention of Police Chief James Craig. He worries how often someone like Ferris is being let out.
I mean, I understand the purpose of bail, but we have to give weight to the impact that releasing someone on a low bail has on public safety.
We also took our findings to former Detroit police officer and attorney for more than 30 years, David A. Robinson.
What should the judge be looking at when determining, yes, I should let this person out, or no, I shouldn't?
Clearly, if there is a violent history, the judge has to take that in consideration.
The prosecutor's office tells us they requested a bond higher than $2,500 back on March 23rd. 36th District Court Chief Judge Nancy Blunt said she didn't have time to talk to us on camera, instead issuing a statement referencing the court's decision. Part of it reads, he had a prior criminal history, but his prior convictions arose from a single transaction in 1986, more than 30 years ago. Mr. Ferris had been discharged from parole in 2008, 10 years ago. Given this history, the bond set by Magistrate Echartea was not unreasonable.
You're always troubled by cases like this. But again, the judge doesn't have a crystal ball.
There's also the question of a mental health evaluation the judge could have ordered before releasing Ferris, but never did.
That certainly could have been something that a judge has the discretionary call to do.
Many times there is that nexus to mental illness. And the system is broken as it relates to treatment of the mentally ill. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The key is sustained treatment.
For his victims, Ferris left an enormous path of both physical and emotional harm in his wake.
I really don't have an explanation. I was shocked.
To this day, they're left wondering why he did what he did and why no one saw this coming.
We don't want anyone else to end up like in the same situation that we were in. And it's a horrible experience to go through.
Michigan State Police still haven't said if there were drugs in Ferris's system at the time of his death. They're also still investigating if he took his own life or if he was killed by their gunfire. Autopsy results are expected in the next several weeks. From Canton, Simon Shaquette, 7 Action News.
Thank you, Simon.